tomorrow morning, 4:50 a.m., alarm clock goes off. Oh, come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my goodness. And we're back, everybody. 2-week break is over. Oh my goodness. Let the half marathon training block begin right now. And yes, of course, we'll dive into why. Oh my, oh gosh, I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Why today, and I'm talking a little quieter because everyone is still sleeping, why today is the most important day of the entire training block. I'll dive into that in a little bit. Okay, but since I took a 2-week break, the weather has shifted here in Denver, so it's definitely in the 30s. I think even, almost below freezing outside. As we get rolling here, it's still dark out. Actually, let's open this up real quick. There it is. So I am beginning to test other outerwear for winter for all of you, including these tights. So open these guys up. Yes, some Adidas tights. I have like 4 or 5 pairs of tights, but they're actually all a little thicker, so I went with some thinner tights anyway. Testing these out. Let's rock and roll. Time to go. Oh my goodness. Come on, everybody. Can you tell I'm excited? Can you tell I'm excited? It's very telling, everyone, that I'm reaching once again for the Ultra Touring 4.5 after a 2-week break. Just so you know, this shoe is well past 50 miles, and I'm grabbing for it again out of the running shoe rotation for an easy day, the first easy day back. Not a tempo day today, obviously, not a long run, just a nice easy day, waking the legs up. But there you go, 4.5 was the shoe I chose for this endeavor. Here we go, sun is rising, it's time to rock and roll, kind of. So, not going to the gym right now, not going for my run right now. I'm going for a half-mile jog. Why, you might ask? I am going to warm up my legs so that, yes, I can go into this place called Stretch Zone. Who remembers like 8 months ago when I could touch my toes? There was a huge accomplishment for me. I'm just not a flexible runner. In fact, my hamstrings are horribly tight and it's not good. And I know that when I am more limber, I feel better overall as a runner, but I also, I feel more explosive off the starting line. So I'm going into Stretch Zone, which is a place where you can have somebody, I know it sounds crazy, but somebody else actually very, very intentionally stretches you out. And they're trained to stretch. Yes, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but it's called Stretch Zone, and this is one of the ways this is one of the ways I plan to become a faster runner in this training block. Let's just find a place to park here, go get this half-mile jog on, rock and roll time. Oh man, beautiful out, beautiful. Okay. Insanity, everyone. Stretching is incredible. It's incredible. I wish I was better at it, but I need some help in this next training block. All right, Chuz, come on. Setting precedence in the training block. One thing the gym does not have is a slant board. Maybe I should talk to them about that. I wonder if they'd be allowed to, but I bet a lot of people in the gym would use one of these if they put it out there. Actually, they probably need 2 or 3 of them because it becomes so popular. Oh, yes. Oh, man, feeling good. So not only the stretching, but also let me just back it up a little bit, the reverse squats, which sometimes I call lunges. They're not lunges, they're squats. This is for the runner's knee prevention. The key, keep your touche, keep your rump back. You don't want it to, you want your knees to stay over your feet. You don't want your knees to drift forward. You want to stay back. Okay, here we go. The slower you go, the better, just so you know. Start with, 2 sets of 8, work your way up to 3 sets of 10. Glorious, glorious. All right, let's talk about why this is the most important day of 2020. Oh, man. So the last 10 minutes, I was sitting at the kitchen table doing my best to film this clip for all of you, but when I get excited, I can't sit down. I just could not do it inside, so I came out to the studio because I'm excited about this moment. First of all, I'm back to running. That's the number one reason I'm excited. Number 2 is that, yes, connecting to the title of the vlog, why is today the most important training day for me for the rest of 2020? Let me explain. So peeling back the layers to the onion as far as my approach to the mental side of training. Oh my goodness. So when I am invested in a mission, invested in a goal, I know for me personally, and I don't know about for all of you out there, and we're going to get to the question of the day in a second, is that if I do not get off to a good start at the beginning of anything I'm doing, I don't care if I'm learning to drive a motorcycle, or I don't know why I came up with that example. If I don't get off to a good start at the beginning, that's actually connected to also why I like to get off to a good start in a race, meaning on pace, if not a little bit ahead of pace. We'll leave that for another day. But for me, the mental side of my approach for training and training blocks specifically, I know that I must get off to a good start, or else it sets everything off course for the rest of, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not much. It sets the rest of the training block off course for me personally, okay? So I'm talking about forming good habits, laying a good foundation at the beginning of the training block. Meaning, all right, this morning, I would have loved to sleep in, but I knew, and I told this to True Love last night, I'm waking up early. Not because I need to, not because I need to drive to the mountains, 1 hour up to the mountains, do a big mountain run, and then drive back. It's simply because I wanted to set a precedence for the rest of the training block. So we're talking about sleep, meaning the next, 90, I don't even know when, well, I haven't registered yet for the next race, but let's say the next, roughly 90 days, I'm going to be waking up early, okay? I'm going to be stretching more, going to the stretch zone and having somebody help me with stretching. I'm going to be going to the gym to get stronger and work on form drills and work on plyometrics, okay? I'm going to be eating healthier, okay? Back on the Bobo train, you better believe it. And then also, even just here at the house, doing the slant board, doing all the little things in the house with the tools that I have. Other things as well, but last but not least, doubling. So, I didn't bring it out, but my training plan, this half marathon training block is going to lead to more doubling, meaning running twice a day. So I want to keep my volume high, but at the same time, I want my legs to be as fresh as possible for the speed training, for the interval training, for the workouts. So I'm going to be breaking up my training a little bit more so compared to, let's say, my mountain running that I did this past summer. So I'm still doing a little bit of research on the training plan, but planning on at least 4 days a week, but possibly even 5 days a week of doubling. We'll talk about that at another time. We'll talk about the actual training plan another time. And at the end of the day, It's all about winning the training block on day one. How? Momentum. How? The snowball effect. You don't build a snowman with just one big pile of snow. You start with a little teeny tiny snowball and you start to push it and you start to push it and you build that momentum leading all the way to race day, arriving on the starting line fit, fresh, and healthy. And I might even add a fourth here in a little bit, but mentally ready, knowing that you did all that you could do the previous 90 days, the previous 100 days, leading all the way back to day one. In fact, I guarantee, well, I don't know, I gotta watch what I say. Could you help me bookmark this vlog? Whatever half marathon I register for, I have like 4 or 5 percolating right now. If you could remind me, email me somehow, let me know on Instagram or Twitter somehow to this vlog, to this moment, so I can do a throwback clip to this moment, starting on day one, October 19th, building that snowball, building that momentum. And yes, for all of us, down in the comments, question of the day, how do you win your training block? What tips do you have for everybody, but especially the new runners out there? How do you win your training block? Oh gosh, good stuff happens. So for me, my answer, if I was on the other side and typing down below, I would type out, I make sure that I win day one. And that starts today. That starts with the little action items, waking up early, eating healthier, making sure I'm doing extra stretching, all those little things that I will then apply when? To day two, tomorrow morning, 4:50 a.m. alarm clock goes off. Oh, come on now. Let's go. Oh my goodness. So typically, I would not double on an easy day. But again, setting a precedence for the training block. That's why I'm doubling today, to get into that mindset that it's gonna be a doozy. It's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be, a sacrifice to make sure I have enough time to double. So that's why I'm doubling today. And yes, thanks for watching. We're closing it out right now. We'll toss it back to, let's see, we're gonna toss it to, oh my goodness. Oh yeah, you know what? It popped up on Strava today. 1 year ago, I was racing in Amsterdam. 1 year ago, my first marathon. If you haven't seen it, right there, Amsterdam Marathon. All right, everyone, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.